everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiance Aneta for more than 3 years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So we do this once in a while where she sends me a bunch of like different Reddit advice. I'm going to go through it. I haven't seen this before, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So this first one is, should I be wary of this potential buyer? Let's see what they're saying. I'm usually like, it really depends on if I'm hit or miss with these. All right, good evening. I'm wondering if you'd be willing to sell this vase for $100. Sure, that seems fine. And the seller said, just sent you an offer. Then the buyer goes, I'm a student and don't have a credit card. Could you please... I don't even have to go further for this one. Yeah, this is definitely like sketchy. Like normally I'm willing to give people a chance for like purchasing stuff, but like once they start talking about like different payment methods through different people, do not do it. All right, so they said, could you please wait a moment to let me ask my friend to send you an offer from his eBay account first, and then he can help me make the payment. Is that acceptable? I mean, if just like an account just purchases your item, sure, but like trying to do this weird like negotiating or talking about this within the messages, that's super weird. All right, my friend has made an offer of $100. If you agree, he can proceed with the payment. Let's see what else. Wait a moment, let me ask my friend to send you an offer from his eBay account first, and then you go, oh wait, is this, oh no, sorry, I went backwards. Did you receive it? Did you manage to catch my message? So I mean, if this one's a weird one, it definitely is sketchy, but if there is an account that has sent a $100 offer, I don't know, this is a rough one for me. This would have to happen to me in person. We do get a lot of weird messages, but when people start talking about, like I said, different accounts, different emails, different payments, it's against like eBay's terms of service to be like talking about all these other negotiations. Just don't even mess with it. But it's weird if like an offer comes in. I don't know, that's a rough one. But yeah, let's see what this person ended up doing. They said the fact that they're being so pushy is sketching me out. I'm not super experienced with selling this platform, so I'm not sure if this behavior is a red flag or not. Someone says, I mean, if they pay, I ship. Just make sure you send it into the address of the guy's account who paid. I guess so. Yeah, that's that. I guess that's a weird one. That's a super weird one. But yeah, I guess if someone pays, you ship it out. That's what someone else said. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one is, wait, what? Hi there. I was really looking forward to the package, and it arrived today, but we got a really big problem. I was home when the post office lady delivered it, and she said it required $124.60 extra postage. Oh, that's rough. So we do... Before I get into the weeds of this, we do like calculated shipping, but we do have to make sure that like I have a scale when I'm listing, so I make sure that like I put the item on and I know like how much the weight of the boxes that we're going to use, and then how much like padding, like void fill, paper, newspaper, bubble wrap, any of that brown like paper. We use like the void fill paper, but you have to have it correct. There are some old listings that we have had that I made a mistake in the past where sometimes they creep up every so often. These are listings from like 4 or 5 years ago where it ends up being the wrong weight, and then you kind of have to deal with it, you know, like then it's okay, my mistake, you have to deal with that. So let's see what actually happened. There seems to be a lot of confusion, some erroneous or at least incomplete comments being made on exactly how postage due gets charged. Here's some clarifications. Oh, okay. Ask for proof. Is this a common scam? I'm new. I guess there's no more information on this. Like, they didn't show any more pictures, so not too sure. They won't deliver without payment. Ask for proof. I guess people are just asking this person for proof. Also, track the package if it says delivered. Oh, yeah, that is important. Like, if something just says delivered, you're good. Like, eBay will side with you. You have tracking that shows it. We've had a lot of people that say like that their package was not delivered, and then I go check the tracking, everything looks normal, so it's like, well, it's delivered. I do an extra step and I tell the person, because this has happened to us for not necessarily eBay, but sometimes things will just be marked delivered like a day or two early for whatever reason, maybe get scanned at a certain point. I'm not sure how like the back end for the scanning and all that works, but we have had packages that say delivered and they do come like the next day or the next morning or in 8 hours or in 2 days. So like I usually tell the people to wait it out or to go to their post office to see what happened, because it might be, if it says delivered and then you don't see the item, or the person doesn't see the item. Plus there's a lot of people that steal stuff from like porches and stuff. Happened to our packages and stuff before, so there's a lot of thieves. You can also have random neighbors grab the package and they don't know. So I've even one time, I immediately noticed it was an issue, but I brought up some stuff because Aneta's like, oh, can you go get the stuff I ordered from, like whatever she ordered from. I bring them all up in the house and I'm like, oh, that's someone else's name, and I had to immediately go put it back. But imagine if the person checked right when I was up here for the 2 minutes, and then I end up just putting it by their like door, just to be nice, just to be like, okay, I don't know, accidents happen. Sometimes you live with family members and friends, they can grab it. I've had like parents grab like a mail before, so I'd be waiting for some kind of nowhere. I'd be like, oh hey, like mom or dad did like this package come in back in the day, and they would be like, oh yeah, sorry, I had it over here. I just slipped my mind. So like I try to give all these people like, hey, can you check with your friends, family, check your post office and stuff. So you never really know what really happens, but if it does say delivered, you're good for like your part on eBay. All right, next one. That was like an interesting one. All right, how would you respond? Hello, well, I see your... Oops, sorry, the microphone's moving around. Hello, well, I see your no return policy. I'm asking for special circumstance return. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I am needing to save as much money as I can so I can make it through. If you can please provide a refund as soon as possible, I will return... Oh, okay, so before we go further, you get to... I'm not too sure how the... I think if the person does... item is not described as the buyer, unfortunately that's kind of like a weak point right now for sellers. The return does, I believe, have to go through. I'm not sure who pays for it at that point, but also how the return works, or at least how the returns that we have on for eBay work, is the person, we pay for the shipping. They have 30 days, I think it's like 30 business days, they have to return it. You get like a couple days, I think. I'm not too sure how many days, but we do get to inspect the item to make sure that the right item came, that they didn't like do a swap-a-roni, that they didn't damage it and stuff. And then there's routes to go from there, but you do get to check the item. Then after everything's inspected, we get to do the buyer gets their money back. That's how that works, or however much money, depending on like what happened in the situation. There are some situations that you can get to keep a little bit. Like for example, if someone opens up like a new item, I think you can keep a percentage of it. We have had that happen before, where we've kept a little bit just because like it was a completely new item, and then it came back completely like used all over the place. All right, so you do not provide money before the item comes back. This person says it has not been used and has been taken care of during the time I've had it. I appreciate your understanding. They've had the item since June 11th, so I'm not sure how to respond to this. This was from 3 days ago. Oh, July? Was this like a 4th of July one? That's a long time. I feel like June 11th. If they don't do the item not as described, I think this seller should be fine. Let's see what someone else says. In no case, refund them first without getting the item back before you do, which kind of seems like what they want. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, gotcha. Sorry, I understand. I was misreading that. Someone said, nah, ignore it. And then someone said, I'm about extending grace, but I think you're being scammed. Yeah, I guess like at this point, the seller seems fine. I mean, it's rough if this person needs like the money to make it through. Like it's pretty rough, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's up to the person to make the judgment call there. All right. That was a weird one. Moving on. All right, this says, what? Pioneer item. So they sold something for $800. It says, do you take trades? Okay, no, you can't. No. No, don't do trades. I definitely think it's against eBay's terms of service. Do not do outside contacts. Do none of that. This is like... I thought this item sold. Sorry, I misread it. I thought the item sold, and then the person's talking about trades. That would get super wonky. Yeah, I would unfortunately not do this at all. Don't mess with this. Don't mess with any of that at all. For our like eBay account, I guess like we have our like an email, contact email on our YouTube, but that's a different situation. But yeah, I would not mess with this at all. Let's see what other people say. Yes, I trade merchandise for money. I trade merchandise for money. That's a good one. Yes, send the equivalent amount in your currency through eBay, and we can trade that way. All right, yeah, there you go. I mean, so this is like, okay, so outside of eBay, trading stuff is fun. Like I said, it's against terms of service. Don't do it on eBay, unfortunately. Like, I mean, if you do it, go for it. I know it's against the terms of service. I'm not being a stickler. Like, I think trading's fun. Like, I've traded stuff in person. Like, a couple weeks ago, I think over here is going to be some, underneath is a bunch of Nintendo Power magazines that I are going to add to our collection. I just have them over there right now, and I traded a bunch of like clothes that we weren't going to list. So like trades are fun, like it is a fun thing, but yeah, don't do eBay for it. All right, Moving along, we have this. A few items broken in shipping by USPS. I use USPS Ground Advantage almost exclusively unless it's a large item, but I've had a couple items get broken in shipping lately. I have a nice clock someone has bought and I'm concerned about mishandling. Does anyone use UPS or FedEx with any better luck in fragile items? Oh, it's like... It's rough. It's been like a little bit since we had a broken item. We had one where it was like Warhammer 40k metal figures. They should not have been broken. I actually think what happened was because we had them so tightly like packed, I think the customer like ripped it open with like claw hands. They must have been so excited. It must have gone up and then on the ground because they were like metal miniatures that you have to try to break. They were well packaged by Aneta within the box. I can't remember any of the other stuff. We've had like ceramics and stuff break, but like you never really know what's going on. So I'm not too sure like how to get the money back with the, because like Ground Advantage has $100 you get back. There was something else that like Aneta was going. I was like, oh Aneta, can you? Well, it was like a lost package, a lost item for like $8. I was like, oh Aneta, can you see if you can figure out how to like use the Ground Advantage like the insurance $100, and she said it was going to be like too much paperwork and trouble doing it for like $8 or whatever, but I'm not too sure about that. And all right, someone said you're probably not packing them properly. Your package should be able to withstand an 8-foot drop with no damage to the contents because they will be dropped and rolled onto the conveyors. Oh, okay, all right, this is my post offices near here are very, very good, but where we used to do eBay, I brought a fragile item. And I told this actually happened. I told the lady at the desk. I said, "Oh, can you please make sure that this one's fragile?" She took it. There's two impressive things about this, right? So she takes the package, she backhands it all the way. So the first thing that I just didn't say anything because I'm like, well, if I say anything, I was just in shock. So her just backhanding it was shockful. Second, she actually made it. She made it without looking. So I was like, okay, that was kind of impressive, but like I hope that item makes it there. And the item did end up being okay, but like there are going to be post offices where like this person said they're going to use their 8-foot drop a little rule to you know, for whatever, to take advantage of it. Like I said, we're really lucky with the post office near us, but yeah, you do have to package everything super well. I remember there was this package we sent. It was in 2020, and then the customer said that like the item was damaged. I'm like, there's no way that that's damaged unless if they like ran it over with their like their truck. They sent me a picture, kid you not, it had tire tread marks over it. And I was like, oh wow. I kid you not. I mean, I guess they could have like photoshopped or something. I actually believe them. that like a car went over the package, so like it was completely gone. But you have to do your best. You're gonna have some stuff break at some points. I don't know, maybe someone has like a perfect track record. Yeah, that's all you can do. Oh, and then we used to like, and then I used to talk about how we feel like they were playing like soccer pizza parties in the back room, just like kicking packages. Like she says she packages items as if someone's going to take a package and use it for soccer or something. That's like her like going on in her mind when she's packing stuff. So yeah, let's see what someone else says. On top of this, USPS volume is far greater than the UPS and FedEx, so you're more likely to get larger and a lot more boxes thrown on top of it. Oh yeah, you have to worry about stuff like that. Like you just have to do your best. Be nice to your post office. If you feel like you're doing the correct stuff and then the post office is you still keep seeing stuff getting broken, try to do a different post office if it's available to you. Like I said, I'm lucky. We have like 4 or 5 within like close driving distance. So like we're lucky with that. I know not everyone will be, but all you can do is your best. That tire tread mark story, that I forgot about that one. That's a good one. All right. Is buyer demanding something not offered in the listing, not listed as mint? Please make sure I have a perfect limited edition with no dents in the corners and creases and gashes, as I have OCD and I collect my limited editions. Kind regards. Please make sure I have the best limited edition out of the 4 stocking, as I absolutely love this movie. Kind regards. A movie? Is this like a case? This person, okay, so this is still from the Reddit post. One of the items I sell is movies. Over the years, buyers have gotten more and more picky about the slip covers. I don't list my item in mint condition, and I post photos of the actual item. I'm attaching a photo of the text message to ask how you would handle this. I actually want to do my best, but I know this could become a headache. Okay, so, yeah, oh man, this is a couple routes. If this item's already sold, what I always do is I go, hey, this is what I think about my item. I would not consider it perfect mint, but here's the pictures of the corners. So I'll go ahead. Like I said, if the item gets sold, I will try to do my best for this. But like someone like this picky, like they're admitting that they want this stuff like kind of like perfect. almost online's not the good place for them to be shopping for this. So it's kind of like this weird, rough situation where the seller wants to do their best, but they're like, well, I know it's not like perfect, but like for a non-OCD person, it would be good. But then this person over here, as the buyer, they can't find this in person, and then they want all these like expectations, starting to be like these extra subcategories of conditions. It's a really hard situation. Like I said, I will keep talking, and then I will, hey, do you want to cancel this? Hey, is this okay? There's this one time, I remember it was a Pokemon promotional poster. Really cool poster. Kind of similar thing where they got in, they were like, oh, I'm excited to like frame this and stuff. And I noticed by my own mishandling that there was a little nick on the side. And I'm like, well, this could bother someone if they're like framing it, and maybe the frame will like cover that part. I don't know what kind of frame. People can do like the frames with the edgeless frames or whatever they are. Those are pretty cool. People do that. So I said, hey, is this condition okay? Like this one thing, like I actually don't think I put this in my listing, or maybe got messed up during my storage. They were like, oh yeah, it's super good. They're like, oh yeah, I don't care. They're like, I'm gonna put it in a frame. It's gonna hide that mark. So like that's just like a situation. So yeah, this is a weird one, but I would just say you have to take these case by case and do your best. Alright, so the last one she sent me, a weird sale, advice needed. Hello, I sold an item on 30th May, but had no notification on my app or email, so I had no idea. It's an item that's been listed for ages, and I very rarely sell anything. I only realized because rarely the money just appeared in my bank account. You got the money? I thought you had to ship it to get the money. Okay, I guess I didn't understand that. I messaged the buyer and apologized profusely, but they haven't replied. Oh, that's so weird. I get the item posted out first thing tomorrow. I feel terrible that I missed this, but what I don't understand is why the buyer hasn't gotten in touch. Does anything sound weird about this, and should I just get them shipped out? I was also going to offer her part of the money back as a gesture of goodwill. I guess you could do that. This is like, yeah, I guess if like we do it full time, so I'm not too sure how the notifications work. It makes sense if you did like what I don't know what part-time is, or like how often this person could have put 10 items, sold a couple in the first week, and then nothing else sold, and then they realized like, or they got busy with life, or they're like, okay, whatever, this takes a lot of work, I sold a couple things, and then they just forgot about the rest, right? That makes sense that could happen. But yeah, giving some money back is fine. They don't have to. I don't know, this is a weird one. I guess if they got the money, they're good, but like, yeah, I would still ship it out. But I just want to be in a situation where I would forget. I would just ship it out, you know? But, like, this is, like I said, a weird situation. Someone said a month late is terrible. Actually, over a month, you have to check your account regularly when you have things listed. Wait, they're not doing, like, full-time. Personally, I would refund and relist it? Wait, refund and relist it? Oh, okay. Well, they wanted to refund part of it and still send the item. I guess I see what they're saying here, but... And that's if you don't hear back from them. Maybe send them a link to a new listing and offer them a discount. That's okay, I guess. That's not like the worst. I guess that's fine. Yeah, and they asked how much money are we talking here. Yeah, I guess a month late, I refund them rather than ship it out. I guess so. There you go. I guess the person's not talking. I don't know. This is definitely a weird sale. I'm not against both of these options where the person who's asking for advice said that they were going to like refund some money and just ship out the item. Yeah, because they got the money. See, I'm surprised that they got the money in their accounts. I guess I totally don't understand how that works. I thought it had to, like, be shipped out. Is this? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't know that part. So I guess I learned something. But yeah, also this other person just saying you can just refund the whole thing, send them one more message, relist it. I actually, you know what, thinking about this more, I like this better because you can send them a new link. And then you can then say, like, yeah, I'll give you specifically, I'll turn on offers. You'll get a good offer if you want. That makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's a weird one. All right. I'll agree with that second person. But I feel like I like both of these. But, yeah, super weird. Only because, like, we do full-time. So, like, forgetting something's not going to, like, knock on wood, hopefully not going to happen, I guess. All right. That's everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.